International arrivals are pouring across the border, many of them Taiwanese expats returning home for Lunar New Year. They're quickly filling up quarantine hotels in Taipei, New Taipei, and Taoyuan, where the average occupancy rate is now above 80%.
Taoyuan's mayor says he expects the number of international arrivals to peak on Thursday. He said the city has already made preparations to meet the increased demand for quarantine space.
Once again, Taoyuan's airport is flooded with arrivals. Many are Taiwan expats rushing home for the Lunar New Year. Throughout last week, the number of arrivals was steady at about 1,000 a day. That figure spiked to 2,777 on Monday, and it's set to surpass 3,000 on Tuesday. The travelers are returning now so that they can meet with family on Lunar New Year's Eve, which falls on February 11th. Before that date, they'll be in mandatory home quarantine. The 14-day isolation rule has set a deadline of January 27th for holiday arrivals, and it sent passenger numbers soaring.
We will execute the policy fully to protect the gates of the nation from COVID. Besides requiring a nucleic acid test certificate, we will very explicitly require that they quarantine at a dedicated hotel or at home, one to a house, and they'll need to sign a pledge. If there is a violation, a heavy penalty will be imposed.
But quarantine rooms are already in short supply. Over just 2 days, quarantine hotels have reported some 4,000 new guests. Taiwan has 21,000 quarantine hotel rooms, about 60% of which are occupied. But in Taipei, New Taipei, and Taoyuan, occupancy ranges from 80 to 100%.
We predict that the number of returning Taiwanese will peak on January 28th. The number of people in home quarantine will reach up to 8,000 people. Taoyuan's Department of Civil Affairs has made preparations in advance. Regarding quarantine hotel rooms, we currently have a cushion of spare capacity.
The mayor said Taoyuan was still in the position to cope with the incoming demand. Meanwhile, the civic group Formosa Medical Union launched an appeal to overseas Taiwanese. It asked them not to return this year to prevent strain on Taiwan's medical system.